Welcome to 7 Pot Club. I'm Rob.
I grow hot peppers.
I'm taking a break from planting to tell you about the kickoff to our 2020 hot pepper growing season. I planned to release this video last week, and I'm always running behind schedule and apologizing about delays, but this time I think I have a pretty valid excuse. I don't usually talk about current events, but since we live in Minneapolis, it's pretty much impossible to discuss the last couple of weeks without acknowledging the killing of George Floyd on Memorial Day, just 20 blocks east of our home. The outrage and unrest that tore through our community has spread across the entire nation. Strange days indeed. Time to heal, rebuild our city, and find a way to move forward together. We attended a peaceful protest last week, and if you're interested, I'll include some footage near the end of this episode. Let's get started. Today's shout out is to faithful fans Joseph and Veronica, pepper lovers from New Mexico. Here they are with their kids Joseph, Israel, and Sela, and we can't leave out their boxer puppies, Buster and Riker. If you'd like a shout out, just let us know. There's a bit of a queue, but we'll work you in as soon as we can. Now, let's talk about last month's plant sale.
We held our first ever plant sale with online ordering and front yard pickup. My hastily devised ordering system was a little buggy, but the sale was a great success, and here are just a few of the many nice folks who stopped by to pick up plants. It was a really great experience, and thanks to everyone who participated. Time to prepare the ground beds for planting. I have my tools and several bags of compost to amend the soil. First, I loosen the surface with the hound dog tool and remove all the plant stumps remaining from last year. Then I work it over with a spade before adding the compost. A little raking to break up clumps and smooth the surface, and it looks ready to plant. But I still need to add the Fishner, which I'll do later. This Ecuadorian Rocoto is back outside after overwintering in the basement, and it's ripening pods, an unusual sight on a May day in Minnesota. In the garage, filled with boxes from all the stuff that's been delivered during the pandemic, my supplies are all ready to go. Fishner organic fish manure compost graciously supplied by the company, ProMix potting mix, and even a few bags of Miracle Grow organic container mix that I'm trying out for the first time. Here are the starter fertilizers I'll be using when transplanting. My plant tags are ready to go. In one container are the ones I can reuse from last year. In the other are tags ready to receive new labels, which I've printed on this special waterproof stock. You need to use a laser printer to print these because inkjet ink is water soluble. I brought some of the larger plants outside a few days ago, and it's time to start planting. I'm trying out these 7-gallon fabric pots from Bootstrap Farmer. First, I'll put in some of last year's potting mix. Then I'll heap in some new potting mix, to which I've already added Fishner. Then, a tablespoon each of blood meal and Epsom salt, which I'll mix in lightly before adding the plant. Although I won't remove the bag before planting, I will remove the tag and fold over the edge. Then a shot of starter fertilizer. I'll be repeating this process well over 100 times before I'm done. Next up, more outside prep. Over the years, I've determined that 17 inches is the best spacing between plants and the ground beds, so I'm using chalk to mark where the plants will go. Jim White from Fishner suggested I use 1 pound of his product per plant. But how to figure out exactly how much that is? I know that each bag contains 8 pounds, so let's see how many cups are in the bag. I did this calculation last year, but I can't find the results written down anywhere, so I'll do it again. There are 20 cups in the bag. 20 divided by 8 is 2.5. So 2.5 cups equal 1 pound of Fishner. Now I'll dump 2.5 cups at the location of each plant. Actually, I'm approximating by using 2 heaping cupfuls. It's kind of hard to see brownish gray on brownish gray, but there's a hump of Fishner where each plant will go. My lovely fish poop lumps. Check it out. Next, I'll dig the Fishner into the soil, then give it a final raking. Now, we're ready to plant. All the plants are outside now, resting in the shade. They're not ready to go yet, so let's start with the Carolina Reaper and the clear bucket you may remember from a previous episode. I'll dig the hole and add some blood meal and Epsom salt. The hole seems to be the right size, so let's plant it. After it's all tucked in, I'll add some starter fertilizer and water. Tomorrow, I'll plant the rest. Good morning, I'm here with all the plants. It's Friday, May 29th, 2020. I really want to get 40 of these plants in the ground today. I just got to tell you, my heart's not in it. I'm just really heartsick about the death of George Floyd and all of the violence that has been going on in our community the last few days. But I've got to persevere and let the planting begin. Actually, I should have listened to my inner voice, because it was a terrible mistake to plant that day. But that's a subject for the next episode. The next day, my neighbor Susan hosted the postponed neighborhood plant sale. I saved a few dozen plants to sell here. It was a beautiful day, and it was great to connect with people during this stressful time for our community. My friend Brad Betker from Frostbite Peppers was also here with some really nice looking merchandise. The following day, I was back at work, selecting and potting the plants for the row of pots nearest the house. Every year, these pots get companion plants, just to add some color. If you weren't yet following our channel 2 years back, you may have missed the song I wrote about companion planting. I don't have a new song today, but I thought you might enjoy a new solo performance of CAPSICUM Companion.
Does it get a little lonely in that pot alone? Is there maybe space in there for two? My name is Portulaca and I'd like to be a capsicum companion just for you.
My favorite flower for companion planting is Portulaca, also known as moss rose. I'm not aware of any benefit of planting Portulaca with peppers. I just like the way it looks. Portulaca blooms in a rainbow of colors, and the rose-like flowers only last a single day. But not to worry, because if the sun is shining, there will be more tomorrow.
And I'd like to be a capsicum companion just for you. Life is short, so why should we be all alone when there's space enough in here for two? For your capsicum companion and you.
Here's how everything looks as of this morning. Not too bad from a distance. I'll explain more in the next update. I have my fingers crossed.
A few days ago, we went to a peaceful protest at the spot where George Floyd died, next to Cup Foods at the corner of 38th and Chicago, here in South Minneapolis. Visiting this site was a beautiful, peaceful, and powerful experience. People are still angry, but now the curfews, violence, and destruction are over. The National Guard and network news crews have left the area. Now it's time for rebuilding, healing, and fixing a broken system. We're hoping for the best. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe to our channel, and tap the bell to receive a notification each time we post a new episode. Please help us reach 10,000 subscribers by June 19th, my 65th birthday. If we make it, I promise a live birthday bacchanal blowout right here on YouTube. We're nearing our goal, so please help push us over the top. Check out all our 7-Pot Club and hot pepper themed merch at 7pot.club/merch. And for even more 7-Pot Club, follow our daily exploits on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. For 7-Pot Club, I'm Rob. Stay safe, everyone.